Welcome in. This is the working title presented by Trifecta Sports. My name is Tanner Bell. Alongside me today is Justin. Justin, how are you today, buddy?
Doing pretty good. Let's go, Pats.
Yeah, no kidding. The AFC Championship game is on Sunday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who would have thought about it at the beginning of the season that we'd be sitting here today and we'd be thinking about an AFC Championship game in which the Jacksonville Jaguars are playing? That's incredible.
Okay, crazy.
It is, and we'll definitely get more into that as we go on. But the opening thought I have for today is this. The quarterbacks that are currently in play for the NFL, the quarterbacks that could go to the Super Bowl right now, it's Nick Foles, Case Keenum, Blake Bortles, and Tom Brady. And Brady at that, we'll get to that a little bit later, but who knows if he'll even really play. He's listed as questionable for Sunday's game. But this is the working title. I'm not sure if this will be the title in a week. I don't know if this will be a title in the month, but for now, that's what we're called. It's been a couple months since we've done anything like this for Trifecta Sports Network.com. Justin and I did a Bruins show. I think we did like 3 or 4 episodes.
We lost the host, so then it kind of went downhill.
Right, and I do have some thoughts about Bruins podcasts in general. I think everyone and their mom has one right now, and they're all not that good. But we stopped doing that after we lost the host who got his jaw knocked out. But today's show is sponsored by Fitzy's Pub. Fitzy's Pub is in Plainville, Massachusetts. It's 1 Manmere Drive. Head over there for the game. You can have drinks, food, and everything. Make sure you tell them that Tanner and Justin sent you from Trifecta Network. They're sponsoring this video today. So we have a lot to get to. It's going to be an interesting show because typically we talk about sports, TrifectaSportsNetwork.com, obviously. But there'll be some variety. There'll be some pop culture. There'll be some music, some movies, TV shows, stuff like that, news as well. So we plan to get into a bunch of stuff. And obviously today it's going to be very sports dominated considering the AFC Championship game is on Sunday. And the New England Patriots are playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going to be playing at home. But the biggest news here is Tom Brady. Tom Brady injured his hand in practice on Wednesday. He ran into his own teammate's helmet, apparently needed 4 stitches according to reports. Blood was gushing. He sat out of practice on Thursday, was limited in practice on Friday, met with the media wearing Under Armour gloves. What was key there was the Under Armour, that logo was front and center. Everyone was taking photos of Brady's gloves, and the big Under Armour logo is right there, showcasing for everyone to see. So the conspiracy theory is that Tom Brady is faking the hand injury just to promote Under Armour.
Whoa.
Maybe. That may be true.
That's what people
true, but he is listed as questionable for Sunday's game.
I heard a crazier conspiracy theory that Brady broke his thumb and that the bone was sticking out.
That's not that. I don't even think that's that crazy. But Tom Brady is very excited, and you want to know how he's excited? He has posted a video on his Instagram. Literally just happened. Literally, it's just happened. He posted this video on his Instagram. This is live, Really, it's something.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, no, he certainly is. Like he posted this video on his Instagram. Obviously, it's a hype video. He's gonna play. He's questionable, but he's gonna play. It's Tom Brady. You can't question that. The issue is how well will he throw the ball. In reports on Friday, according to Mike Felger of 95 The Sports Hub, Kirk Minahan of WI, these guys aren't on the beat. So I would take this with a grain of salt. They don't cover the Patriots regularly. That being said, Minahan does talk to him every Monday, Brady personally, on the radio. But they both said that Brady threw the ball incredibly well at practice. I expect him to throw the ball not incredibly well during the game, but well enough to win the AFC Championship game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But let's say the Jacksonville defense, how many points do you think they can hold the Patriots to, Justin? Do you think they can hold them to 20 points?
I would say not 20, but probably like 27. Like no more than that. So probably like 24, 27, like mid-20s, I would think.
But do you think there's a shot they hold them under 20 points?
No.
Do you think there's a shot?
No, because I think the Patriots have a good number.
Let's say they hold them to 20. Right, so say the Patriots get to 20 points, which I think they will, and say they don't go higher than that. How is Blake Bortles going to score more than 20 points in the AFC Championship game?
Most likely no.
How's it going to happen?
crazier things.
Right. Like,
but against the best red zone defense in the league, I don't think so.
To me, the Patriots are going to have to turn the ball over. They're going to have to give up touchdowns. So that means Jacksonville's going to have to score touchdowns on the defensive end of the ball as well as on special teams. That's what I think has to happen for the Jaguars to win this football game. But to me, I'm a little worried. And this is one of the reasons why I think the Patriots could lose, is that everyone in this town, and I think everyone across the country at this moment, all believe the Patriots are going to win. And to me, it's a trap. It's one of those trap games you talk about, you know? I could envision them losing because everybody has kind of already written the Jaguars out.
The NFL already thinks that the Jaguars lost. They posted on their Facebook page that the Super Bowl would be Pats Vikings.
And Google, if you
search or not,
Patriots Super Bowl appearances, they already had this one listed as a Super Bowl appearance, and they also had Minnesota listed as a Super Bowl appearance as well. So there's some conspiracy theorists going on there, but can you really see the Patriots losing? Can Blake Bortles step up? If Tom Brady, I still feel really good, but say Brady can't go, say something happens.
That's all right. Drew Bledsoe's ready to go. We're good.
Can you win with Brian Hoyer? That's the Hoyer good enough to be a game manager to win the AFC Championship game? And I'd say yes, he probably is. His career against Jacksonville, I believe. And as a starter in the NFL, Hoyer's been serviceable. Has some flashes of, I wouldn't say greatness, but of goodness, I would say. Or at least being mediocrely average. But I like to think that Hoyer could hold his own against Bortles. That being said, Bortles is a better quarterback than him. Coming into Sunday, what are the three things you're worried about, Justin, if you're the Patriots, or just in general?
Well, first of all, it's got to be the obvious one: is how well is Brady going to be able to throw the ball? The other one is if Gronk is unable to get open, what are they going to do? I know, because especially with the Brady hand injury, they're probably going to want to get the ball to Gronk a lot. So if I forget the cornerback's name, but he pretty much said something like, Gronk's never faced someone like me because I'm the best ever, or something along those lines, that he's saying that like he's going to shut Gronk down all game. So that's all talk, but I mean, it's still, if you think about it, it could happen. Man, I'd say
so it's Jalen Ramsey, the player you're talking about. It's Jalen Ramsey. He's never covered Gronk in the game, and honestly, Ramsey, it's unclear if he can cover Gronk. But that to be said, if you can lock down Gronkowski, and it can be done, an elite player can lock down Gronk. There's definitely cause for concern. But I think Jalen Ramsey has a shot. I just don't see it happening. So, I don't know. What's your other worries?
I don't know. I mean, I'd say probably the Patriots' ability to get to Bortles. I mean, I know last game they had a lot of sacks, but throughout the season they have had difficulty getting to the quarterback. Obviously, they're kind of short with injuries and stuff on defense, and they're having some guys they've never even heard of have to step up. But I think that's like a game changer, the ability to make Bortles have to stay in the pocket.
All right, so here are my three, and it's going to obviously start with Brady. Is he going to be able to go? I think he will be, but how effective will he be? Which I think that's going to be the biggest question. How effective will Tom Brady be? I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. And this leads into my second worry. Some thought is, can the offensive line protect Brady? We're talking about Saxonville. That is their Twitter handle right now. That's what they're calling themselves, Saxonville. And that's because the Jacksonville Jaguars are very effective at getting at the quarterback. And they can do it rushing 3, rushing 4, not rushing anybody at all. They're very good at not sending in, getting to the quarterback. And if you're the Patriots, that's a deep concern for you. Jacksonville is very, very good at putting pressure on the quarterback. And he's going to try to protect his hands, so he might get the ball, he might make mistakes. Something like that, that is a big concern to me. For members of the Jets game, the Jets playoff way back when, defense under Rex Ryan had that same ability to rush the quarterback, to send 3 guys and still get pressure, send 4. The ability to get to the quarterback disrupted Brady. And if you can disrupt Tom Brady, you can disrupt his rhythm, Patriots will probably lose. It's going to take a lot, but I do think the Jacksonville defense can hold the Patriots 20 points. We'll get to that other 20 points. How do they match that? How do they defeat the Patriots? And it's going to take a defensive score. It's going to take something on special teams. It's going to take those kind of things to get them there. But I do believe this Jacksonville defense can disrupt Tom Brady. And the fact that he is injured or going to be hindered whatsoever leads me to believe that this game is not going to be a blowout. I do believe this game will be tight. And that leads me to my third worry, that this could be the last game of the Patriots dynasty. This could be it. All said and done, if they lose this football game, Belichick could be gone. Probably not, but he could be. Patricia's probably gone. McDaniels is probably gone. Linebacker coach is probably gone. Nick Caseria is probably gone. Brady could retire. There's no Garoppolo. There's no real backup quarterback now. So to me, that is the biggest worry. To me, that's my third worry here, is that this is the end of the dynasty. It could be the end of the dynasty. And even if they win on Sunday, which I think they will, the Super Bowl could be their last real shot at being together for the last time before it all falls apart. Because we all know how sports work. Eventually, it all falls apart, right? And it can be a flip of the switch. We saw it with the Boston Bruins. It wasn't President's Cup one year. The next year, guess what? They missed the playoffs. Just like that in sports. That's how it works. And eventually it will happen to the New England Patriots.
It's coming.
They are not, right. They're not subjected to different rules.
It's coming sooner than you think. They're going to.
Right. And when it comes, you're not going to have any kind of warning. But I see the warning signs. I see them coming. And I think it could be this Sunday. Because I do think Jacksonville's defense could make all the difference in the world. Can the Patriots O-line hold up? I don't know. They know Brady's hand's hurt. They're going to go after it. They're going to go after him hard.
Yeah, I guess if we can add a fourth, that'd be another worry. The whole line.
It'll be a running back game to me for the Patriots. You're going to see a lot of pass out of the backfield, a lot of James White, a lot of Deion Lewis, a lot of quick passes to Gronk, Amendola, Hogan, a lot of quick slants. I don't think you're going to see that as deep shots to Brandon Cooks or Kenny Britt or Dorsett or anything like that. I think you're going to see a lot of quick balls out of Brady. He's going to protect himself, and that could be where the mistakes come.
Especially with that hand injury.
Right, exactly. Our next topic of discussion, another sports one, but it is the Boston Bruins. And to be honest, I haven't watched a lot of Bruins games this year. I've been busy, very busy, in fact, that we haven't really done a lot of shows.
I've watched them.
General, but I've tried to watch them, and I usually watch a ton of Bruins games. This year, for some reason, every time I've sat down to watch them, I can't do it. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what it is. It's a good hockey team. There's some good young players on this team. I think for my issue with them is I just don't buy in yet. I'm just not sold yet. I need to see them win, I don't know, playoff game, a playoff round. I don't know what I have to see, but in the back of my head, I just don't see them being legit yet. Do you see where I'm coming from with that, or?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, they are on 15, 16 game point streak.
It's impressive. No, it is impressive. I won't take anything away from them for that.
I mean,
I just don't buy in yet.
It's the regular season, so I mean, it's like, anyone in a regular season game,
seen it before.
Injuries, yada 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 yada. I mean, they have been playing well. I mean, the Marchand Bergeron Pasternak line is absolutely insane. I mean, Bergeron has 2 hat tricks in 6 games. Before that, he only had 1 hat trick in his entire career. He's been in the league for 10, 11, 12 years. And then he gets 2 in 6 games. So, I mean, they're really hot right now. So I mean, are they going to cool off? Who knows? But as of right now,
I will say this.
Finally producing.
I will say this with them. They take less games off now under Cassidy than they did with Claude. And you could see in that Canadiens game the other night where Claude's Canadiens team just looked like they had no shot. They took the game off almost. And the Bruins have done less of that. They take less games off. and there seems to be more fight, more compassion, more of that drive to win under Cassidy. So it looks like the coaching change, as of right now, was a complete success. They made the right move going on away from Claude. It looks like the players, guys like Rask, all of that, they're playing better. And could you imagine if Claude was here with Charlie McAvoy? McAvoy wouldn't be playing nearly as well as he is. He wouldn't be getting the minutes. In fact, he could be in Providence if Claude was still here.
He probably would be. Ryan Spooner would have been traded.
Probably would have. But I look at this team right now, and I'm still not sold completely. I think what they're doing is nice, impressive, but in sports, it's all about the playoffs. We haven't seen the true character of this team yet. There's still a lot of unknowns. What are these young players going to do when it really matters? What are they going to do over the course of the stretch of the season? Because there's a lot of hockey games still have to be played, and with young players, you worry about the conditioning and adjusting to the league, getting the play, and all of that. So how is their bodies going to handle it? How much? I don't know. That's why I still don't think this year is going to be a deep playoff run for them, because I think the young players will break down, they'll get tired, and they're not fully adjusted to that NHL play yet.
And the only reason why I'd say the opposite of that is mainly because the Atlantic Division is just garbage. Holy crap!
Right? No, they could get out. They could be the best team in the Atlantic for sure.
But yeah, I mean, I can see them getting to the Atlantic Championship, whatever you want, the division. I don't know. There's so whatever championship where you play the people in your own conference or
Do you
whatever.
think they could get to the Eastern Conference Finals? Do you think they could?
No.
I mean,
yeah.
I think there's a shot.
Then they'd be meeting a team, like New Jersey or Pittsburgh, or I know Pittsburgh's been picking up of late. So like
Pittsburgh can turn it on. I know Pittsburgh can just turn the switch.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I don't see them getting to the cup, but I can see them making it to second, third round, especially with the Atlantic Division just being so bad.
In terms of the Atlantic, the only legit team in the Atlantic other than the Bruins right now is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is still a really good hockey team, and I think they beat you in the series.
Yeah.
In terms of like the Metropolitan, Washington, I don't feel confident if they play Washington. I know their playoff history isn't that great, but I still think Washington beats them. Pittsburgh's having a down year, but they can still flip a switch. I think the Atlantic is weak enough where the Bruins could make some noise, but at this moment, I just don't see them beating a team like Tampa and even Toronto. I just don't. I don't know. I don't see it yet. I'm not sold on this team yet. It's going to take a little bit more for me to get that. Maybe a big win will do that, but they've won some pretty big games. So we'll see. Not sold yet.
Until next year, when all the most of the rookies kind of have a year under their belt, and they're kind of used to the amount of games played, and they're used to the grind, and the multiple backs.
That's transitioning right to our Celtics thoughts. Actually, that is my Celtics thought, Justin. The rookies having to adjust to the pace of play and everything. Like the Bruins, the Celtics have some rookies, Jason Tatum being notably one of them. He's been in their starting lineup since day one. That's impressive. And this is a guy that they traded down to get, which is kind of funny to think about it, but they were going to pick him with a 1 pick. They were going to pick him with a 2 pick, with a 3 pick, but they were going to trade up. They couldn't get Jason Tatum. They were going to trade up because Danny Ainge had his guy in Jason Tatum. And this is a rookie who is in contention to win Rookie of the Year. In the way he plays, and the way I've watched him play, I truly believe he should be the Rookie of the Year. He's impressive. And with the NBA, it's a little bit different than the NHL and all of that. When you can play in the NBA, when you are a good player in the NBA, you become a national name. That's the way that sport works. So many national games, a lot of national coverage. Jason Tatum is already a superstar in the NBA. But you have to wonder, that pace of playing in the NBA, the course of a long season, what's he going to have in March and April? What's he going to have for a playoff push? What's going to be in the tank? And that's what I worry about, because he's played a ton of minutes for a rookie. He's a starter playing starter minutes. And you wonder what's going to be there. They have some other young players on their team as well, but not at the same workload as Tatum in terms of what he's getting as a rookie. But their Celtics are a very good basketball team. And Kyrie Irving is an all-star. I think that Al Horford should be an all-star as well. He's played very well this year. And I think Jason Tatum should be in that conversation as well to be an all-star because he is the starting small forward on the best team in the Eastern Conference, or one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. And unlike the Boston Bruins, I think the Celtics have a shot here to win the Eastern Conference, to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. That being said, Cleveland has had some discussions to make some pretty big trades. But for like a player like DeAndre Jordan, like that doesn't really worry me. Or George Hill, like is that going to be a difference maker for Cleveland? I don't think so. The only thing that can save Cleveland is if Isaiah Thomas somehow kicks it into high gear and looks like he did last year, that MVP type of player, because he was fourth in MVP voting last year. If he looks like that, LeBron's LeBron, then Cleveland worries me. But at this moment in time, the Boston Celtics should win the Eastern Conference even without Gordon Hayward. That being said, Hayward could still come back. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't know why you'd rush him back. Why would you rush him back? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
But that without Hayward, I still don't think they're going to win the title. I don't think they could beat a team like Golden State. I think Golden State is still the best team in the league. And I think even with Gordon Hayward, player to player, Golden State still has better players.
You're closer.
They're the best players in the world. Yeah, you're closer, right. Like Steph Curry is better than anything Boston has. He's better than Kyrie. I mean, he can go toe to toe on any given night, but Steph Curry, and Kyrie Irving is a great player, but he's still not that. And in terms of Gordon Hayward going against like Kevin Durant, KD is a better player. But so player to player, Golden State's still a better team, even if the Celtics were fully healthy. But this Celtics team is interesting. They're fun to watch, and there's a bunch of young players like Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Daniel Theis has actually had a really good year as well. He's a big surprise character to me. This Celtics team could do anything. They really could. If Jason Tatum turns out to be a legit superstar in terms of being better than Gordon Hayward, it's going to be interesting next year. It really will be. Because Jaylen Brown continues to develop, and Tatum, in theory, next year will continue to develop. But you get Hayward back, and you're going to have three legit starting small forwards, which isn't a problem to have. But still an interesting thing to talk about.
Maybe I'll have to start watching some more Celtics games, because that's definitely that's the team that I really watch most of. Kind of like how you haven't watched much hockey. I mean,
the Celtics are a team to watch because
it's not the main thing. Hey, the Celtics are on. Let me put them on. I know that's a terrible thing to say, but I mean, basketball is not really my forte. And
the Celtics are in the position right now. They're in a position to have a lottery pick in this draft and compete for a title next year and continue to get better. And they're in the position to be good, a contender for the next 5 to 10 years, depending on contract situations, what happens. But they're in a unique position that they're building a dynasty of their own here. They have all the framework in place to do so. And I think when the Patriots kind of pass that torch, it's going to go to the Celtics in terms of the next Boston dynasty. I think they're in that position that they could go and vie for that.
You think they're going to win 52 banners in a row like Bird did?
I think you'll see banner 18 in the next 3 years.
You think so?
I think you'll see banner 18 in the next 3 years. And I think you'll see banners 19, 20, and 21 in the next 6 years. I think they have the chance to win multiple titles long term.
You're going to hear first.
LeBron, yes, right. But LeBron's going to be retiring soon. You've already kind of seen that decline from LeBron. That super team out in Golden State, all good things come to an end.
Yep, just like the Patriots.
And I think the Celtics next year are going to be almost at the same level as Golden State. And say they get a top 3 draft pick by chance. Say the lottery falls the right way and that happens. I think they could draft a player and go above and beyond what Golden State is. I really do think the Celtics team, if they do everything right like they have, they could win multiple championships over the next decade. And be good for a long, long time. To give Ainge credit, he's probably the best GM in Boston. Better than Bill Belichick and his lucky ass for drafting Tom Brady. He passed over Brady multiple times in that draft. So, got to give him a lot of luck for that, but a lot of credit for other things he's done in New England. Moving on here, on the working title, which, as we said, it's a working title. Justin, it's a working title. We're just going to continue to work it and have the working title be the working title. Yeah. So I'm looking. Our next topic of discussion we'll talk about is news. So what is the latest news, Justin? What's going on in the world?
Well, the government shut down.
The government shut down? That's unheard of. They only did that in 2013 the last time.
I mean, I am not up to date on it. That's all I read, and I guess there's kind of stalemate going on between the two political parties. And
yeah, there is. There's the way.
There's a lot of finger pointing.
What's going on right now? Can you see me?
Froze.
I don't know. That froze?
Technical.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know. It's weird. So what's going on is they couldn't reach the agreement to continue to fund the government. And what they ended up doing was they let it go to a shutdown. Basically, non-essential employees are told to stay home. And the federal government basically shuts down. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason why they did it was primarily over DACA, which is the Dreamers Act that Obama initiated, which essentially was 8 million people or something like that were granted citizenship or a permanent stay of residence in the United States. And the Democrats wanted the Republicans to reinstitute DACA and support that, where the Republicans didn't. And that's why the government shut down. It had nothing to do with anything in terms of the budget and all of that. They used it as leverage to basically shut down the government. So they were using it as a politics. So, any other news, Justin?
I'm just seeing this right now. Ed Sheeran got engaged.
I saw that. Yeah, Ed Sheeran.
Kim Kardashian and what's his face named their kid after the city of Chicago. Very odd.
Oh yeah, saw that too. Yep.
I mean, there's really not much.
My screen's back. Oh, I'm back. I don't know what it did. Yeah, so I thought, Chicago West was it? So Chicago. You had Northwest, which is the airline, and then you had what's the other kid that they have?
North.
I don't know. No, North. It's not South. No. I don't know. They have 3 kids, I think. And the new one's named Chicago because that's where Kanye is from. So Chicago West. Great.
Yeah. There's not really any good new music out, really. I mean, there's a few bands.
Drake came out with 2 new songs.
One's about Jay
at midnight. One is called Diplomatic Immunity, which I thought was okay. Wasn't. And then the other one I thought was way better. I can't think of the name. God. I don't know. Where is it? Yeah, so it's off Scary Hours. God's Plan. That's the other one. That one was actually pretty good. But then Diplomatic Immunity, I had a lot of high hopes for that one based on the name.
I mean,
it was okay.
For me, the band called Of Mice and Men, they're a metal band that came out with a new album. It's pretty good. Definitely not for everyone. They're kind of, they're kind of, thrash metal. I don't know. It's kind of hard to give them. Some of these bands are so hard to give a category to, and that's for me.
22 North Korean athletes will compete in the Olympics. Interesting. Yeah, it's because they're trying to. I don't know. They're trying to create peace with the Olympics, which is good. All right, next month. Then you had Allie Rashman says USA gymnastics is rotting from the inside. She took the stand. She came out and had a very powerful and moving speech.
Yeah, she bashed the crap out of that guy.
She said the organization failed to acknowledge the problem. And she bashed that guy. I don't even. What's the point of saying his name? You say his name, and it gives him more credibility or whatever. It's one of those things.
Yeah, screw that guy.
She went at him pretty hard. Basically says, you don't matter. You know, it is kind of interesting. This guy for decades was abusing women, and no one said anything. And these organizations, USA Gymnastics, tried to protect him. The University of Michigan tried to protect him, or Michigan State, I think it was, tried to protect this guy. And this is like dozens and dozens and probably hundreds of young girls that this guy took advantage of. It's crazy, actually, how many. And the fact is, like, if it wasn't gold medal gymnasts and these, celebrities who were the ones being vocal about it, you probably would have never gotten caught. Disgusting, really. The guy should never see the light of day. That was big news. That was very big news. So moving on here is something different. I don't know if it's something different, but it's our award ceremony where we hand out medals. We hand out the gold medal, hand out the silver medal, we hand out the bronze medal. So it's kind of interesting because it kind of lines up with the Olympics, but it has nothing to do with the Olympics whatsoever. But it can. So we're going to hand out our bronze medal. I'll hand out mine and then just we'll see how it goes. So starting with my bronze medal, I'd give it to Bruce Cassidy of the Boston Bruins for beating Claude Julien. For Claude's players not showing up, really good on Bruce Cassidy to do so going against his former boss. The silver medal for mine will go to Under Armour for benefiting off of Tom Brady's hand injury with that great logo placement. I think that was fantastic for them. They get the silver medal for thinking ahead and getting Tom Brady's hand hurt so they can get their logo in there. And the gold medal today goes to the MVP or the future MVP of the New England Patriots, Blake Bortles, for helping the New England Patriots win the AFC Championship game when his record 4 interceptions, which are going to come in the AFC Championship game. So thank you to Blake Bortles for helping New England pull out that victory. He gets the gold medal this week. He'll be getting.
Alrighty.
What's yours?
Alrighty. So bronze medal, it's not sports related actually. I would say bronze medal would go to Amazon for finally telling us there are 20 cities that they may be bringing their new headquarters to.
Oh, it's every city that matters, basically.
Yeah,
it's every major city in the United States. They're like, oh, we really thought about this one hard, guys. We picked every city that actually matters in the United States.
I know that's why they get the bronze medal. And then the silver medal is going to be, I'm going to say Ford, because first of all, they're bringing back the Ford Ranger. It's about time.
Yep.
I mean, every other company has a small car, and then they're also remaking on the basis of their new GT350, the car from Bullitt. It's the 60th anniversary of Steve McQueen Bullitt, and they're going to kind of transform the GT350 into a Bullitt car, same color, that tealish green. I don't really know what color to describe it, but I think I believe it's a 5-liter V8, like 500 horsepower. So I mean,
I'm shocked that they haven't brought back the Ranger prior to that. Go back to that. The first one. Chevrolet came out with 2 vehicles. What was it? The Colorado and the Canyon. I believe it's the GMC equivalent of it. They came out with that pick up years ago at this point. And obviously Toyota's had the Tacoma for a while, and other car companies have had their own. I'm shocked Ford is just bringing back the Ranger now. That's behind the ball actually there on them. They should have had that a while, but the car from Bullitt, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then my gold medal is going to go to Mr. Patrice Bergeron, Mr. Clutch. I mean, like I said earlier, he had 2 hat tricks in 6 games. He's having an unbelievable season right now, and he has 38 points in 39 games. Can't ask much more than that, and he's just under 60% on the faceoff at 57%. That's insane.
Right. He made it harder this year.
Once again, he's still one of the best centers in the league in a faceoffs, and as usual, he's in the lead for the Selke Trophy for number 5.
Right.
So
harder this year.
Bergeron.
So interesting. Yeah, Bergeron's had a fantastic season and definitely a big part of that Bruins success. Impressive, definitely from him, and definitely is probably their MVP, and will continue to be their MVP and has been for a while. So that's our gold medal ceremony here. I had Blake Bortles for helping the New England Patriots win the AFC Championship game. So if you're watching this on Monday, you're like, wow, yeah, he was the MVP last night. And you're watching this before, you're like, predicting the future here. So, either way, I come out ahead there on that one. So this was the working title presented by Trifecta Sports. It's the working title. And you know what? I like the working title. I think it's very good, and I think it's something we can work with.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So make sure you check us out, trifectanetworksports.com. Justin and I both right there. I get, post a day, something like that. Justin gets a couple posts up on the Boston Bruins primarily.
Yeah, we've been busy.
We're not going to have a set time for this. Life has a lot of stuff going on for both of us and for everybody. So we're not going to have a set time for this show. Like tonight, it's going to get posted on a Saturday night out of the AFC Championship game. Next week could be, it actually could be Tuesday. It could be in 2 days. It could be in 3 days, 4 days. There's no set time. It's going to happen when it happens. Because want to know why, Justin?
Because that's life.
It's the working title, actually. I know that's life. All right. Thank you for everyone for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and please share, comment, ask questions, and maybe we'll do like a questions thing on the next one. Maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe.
Like I said, a work in progress.